Alright guys, it's Gaz here on MUFC Daily for Full Time Devils, bringing you all the latest Manchester United news and fan community news. So, yeah, there's only one place we can start really, and that is Manchester United's exit out of the Champions League at the group stage after last night's defeat to Wolfsburg. So, everyone knows that I have been a staunch supporter of Louis van Gaal, and I believe that he's done a great job of stabilising the club and stabilising the squad. But you've got to say now, he's got 6 months to save his job. 6 months to save his job. That simple. I know a lot of people will say that he should get sacked now, but I don't think that would help anything. I don't think there's anyone we could really replace him with, to be honest. And sacking a manager halfway through a season, I don't think is good. I feel like when he took over, I said, and a lot of you guys agreed with me, and a lot of people around the ground agreed with me, that first season, top 4, done. Second season, challenge for the title. Third season, win the title. That was my aim. And I guess the focus was always on the league. That's no excuse for last night. Now we are out of the Champions League. There is no excuses. We have to challenge for the league this year. And if we don't, then I probably would go along with what most fans are saying. Let's face it, it has now become most fans who are saying that maybe he's not the right manager for Man United. But it's that simple now. For me, he's got 6 months to save his job. I'll support him because he's the manager of Manchester United, and in my opinion, shouting Louis van Gaal out doesn't help anything. In my opinion, that's not necessarily supporting the team, but I will support him, and hopefully this season we can mount a serious title challenge. And if so, I believe that he should stay in a job for another year. Hopefully we can buy someone in January, and then that will help a lot, because remember, we have got a lot of awful injuries at the minute. That doesn't that isn't to make excuses for him either. He probably should have bought players to replace those injured players, because players do get injured. But anyway, they're my views on Louis van Gaal. They're my views on Man United at the minute. If you disagree, get your comments in below. Now, moving on to someone who is still in Europe. Gary Neville's playing tonight, his first game as Valencia manager against Lyon. It's a must win, and I'm sure that a lot of United fans are going to be keeping their beady little eyes on that, because you never know, we could be looking at a future manager of Manchester United. That's me getting carried away with myself, to be honest. He might not be any good as a manager. Hopefully he is, and to be honest, I do think he will be. I do have a lot of faith in Gary Neville. I sounded like Cilla Black then, didn't I? Anyway, moving on to some good news, some rare good news really at the minute at Man United, and that is that Ander Herrera could be back from injury very, very soon. He's given us an update. He said that he's working hard to come back, and he could actually feature this weekend against Bournemouth. Personally, I'm no doctor, so I don't know what I'm on about, but personally, I think that Bournemouth may be a little bit too soon, and we know Louis van Gaal likes to give the players some rhythm before he just throws them on after an injury. So I think the game against Bournemouth may be a little bit too soon, but it's good to see that Ander Herrera will be back. And you know what, guys? I know that a lot of people are feeling down at the minute. It's an absolute disgrace to go out at the group stage of a Champions League, but Louis van Gaal is our manager now. He's not going to get sacked. He's not. He's here for at least another 6 months, or till May, should I say. He's here till May, no matter what. So there's nothing that our moaning can do about that. So this is just my sort of opinion. I sort of think that you should let's just get behind him now. He's here for 6 months. Let's spend for someone in January. Get a decent striker in. Hopefully these injuries can clear up a little bit, and hopefully we can mount a serious title challenge. For me, I'm waiting until the end of the season, until I can see where we actually finish in all these competitions. And to go out in the Champions League group stage, into the Europa League now, in my opinion, play all the kids in the Europa League. Play him. I don't care about the Europa League. If we play our decent players or our first team players, then that will interrupt with our Premier League campaign, and the Premier League has to be our priority now. Let's go for it, and you just never know where we can finish if we sign a good striker in January. Guys, keep the faith, get behind the team, you never know what could happen. Anyway, I've been Gaz for MUFC Daily on Full Time Devils. Get your comments in below, give this a like, give this a share if you agree with it, and tell all your mates as well. I'll see you in a bit.
First up this morning for you, we've got Bastian Schweinsteiger is facing a potential 3-match ban after being charged by the FA with violent conduct for appearing to elbow Winston Reid against West Ham on Saturday.